everybody. This is 365 Days of Movie, a series where I rate my top 365 movies of all time. So, I'm going to release one video a day in which I talk about a movie on the list, and 1 year later we'll have an entire list that goes from 365 down to 1. If you have any opinions on the movies, let me know. I'd love to discuss it. Also, if you're interested in a deeper review of the movie, or maybe even a full video essay, the more interest I get in it, the more likely I am to do it. So I'd love to discuss this stuff with you in the comments. Comment below. Number 242, The Nice Guys. Rating, 7.59. Released in 2006. Directed by Shane Black. Starring Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling, Angourie, Matt Bomer, Margaret Qualley, Keith David, and Kim Basinger. Holland March is a down-on-his-luck private eye in 1977 Los Angeles. Jackson Healy is a hired enforcer who hurts people for a living. Fate turns them into unlikely partners after a young woman named Amelia mysteriously disappears. Healy and March soon learn the hard way that some dangerous people are looking for Amelia. Their investigation takes them to dark places as anyone else who gets involved in the case seems to wind up dead. This is a great movie, and it's a movie that not many people saw, but they really should have. It's just a fun movie, and it's one of those Hollywood originals that, you know, it's a popcorn flick, and also, you know, there's a little bit of thinking involved in the movie, but mostly it's a character piece and a film noir. It plays like a film noir. It's a little bit brighter than most film noirs, but taking place in 1977 Los Angeles. It evokes things like, you know, Chinatown and LA Confidential and that kind of stuff. It the period piece in Los Angeles and the idea of private investigators and goons and that kind of stuff is very well ingrained in Hollywood, and this is one of those tales, but it's done really well, and it's a little bit more lighthearted than the other movies who tend to be a little bit more dour. And I would just mention that there's a YouTuber named John Campy who often uses this movie as an example of why people are wrong when they say that Hollywood is only doing remakes, comic book movies, book adaptations. They're not doing original things. Hollywood has no original ideas. This is an original idea, and in addition to that, 2019, 2018, 2017 had somewhere around each year had 700 movies released in the Hollywood system, and that is, over 2 years, that's 1,400 movies. And then if you think about how many superhero movies came out in a year, maybe generously 10. How many book adaptations? Another generous 10. How many remakes? Let's go with 20. How many? And obviously it's not that many. It's probably far less. But let's go with 20. And how many reboots and that and other things? Let's throw in 30, even though it's not even close to that. So you got 10, 30 makes 50. Another 30 makes 80. That's less than 1/7 of the movies put out by Hollywood. That basically means 6 out of 7 movies put out by Hollywood are original movies, and nobody's watching them. It's not Hollywood's fault if you think that they aren't making original movies. It's your fault for not watching them. And I've heard someone else argue back that, oh well, I don't see anything about them, and how am I supposed to know about them? Well, if you are concerned about original movies, then you should be going to find them. I don't understand why you think that it's the studio's job to spend a lot of money to try and reach you when you're not even trying. You seem concerned and you want to complain about it. I suppose you want to see original movies. You can see lots of original movies. YouTube will show you pretty much every trailer for every movie that's coming out that year. All you got to do is look at movies coming out in May, movies coming out in June. Because most of these movies will try to come out in the summer months to get the most bang for their buck. But they won't necessarily be in wide release, so it won't necessarily be at the closest theater to you. You might have to go to a further theater. And that can be enjoyable, because it could involve a little bit of a road trip and going to a new place and then going to see a movie. So this is a bit of a rant, because Campy has used this movie as an example of why Hollywood makes original movies and people don't see them but yet complain about it. I agree completely with that, so I kind of wanted to bring it up with this movie, because not enough people have seen this movie, even today, and you definitely should. It's a great movie, so go see it. And then also, if lack of original movies bothers you, do better. Look for them and seek them out, watch them, and enjoy them. Ignore all the other ones that you think are the problem. If you think that it's comic book movies and reboots and remakes and adaptations, then don't ever watch those movies and find these hidden gems. Hey everybody, this has been 365 Days of Movies. We're going to keep plowing ahead. So let me know what you think of this movie, and if you want to discuss it further, comment below. If I get a lot of interest, I may very well make a full review of the movie, maybe even a video essay. So let me know what you think, and let's get to the next one.